Welcome
to the Two Travelers in Mexico. Hi guys, welcome to our living room once again. Mark, Paulette, Two Travelers in Mexico. Today we are going to be talking about a subject nobody talks about. Shh.
Except us.
Except us. Okay. So we're going to be talking about what today?
We're going to be talking about
bathrooms
in Mexico.
Bathrooms. Okay. So one of the things that I wanted to say and talk about was public bathrooms in Mexico. I would say 99% of the time, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, 99% of the time you're going to have to pay some pesos before you can get in. There's somebody that stands outside the bathroom with usually a little table, some toilet paper, and some loose coins in a container.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll cost you about 5 pesos.
5 pesos, sometimes 6.
Yeah.
So it's always a good idea to carry a small amount of change with you.
Definitely.
Especially, I don't know about you guys, but the older I get, the more I appreciate a good bathroom. But, that's just me.
Okay.
Apparently.
Apparently it is. Okay, so you pay them your 5 pesos or 6 pesos. They usually will give you a little bit of toilet paper to take in with you.
Yeah, like 2 sheets.
I think it's a little bit more than that. And I mean, it's not a whole lot of toilet paper, that's for sure. So you take that in there, do your business, and I would say more than half the time, maybe 70% of the time, you will not find what?
Well, you don't find obviously toilet paper in there, and sometimes there isn't even a towel.
No, wrong answer. What you don't find is toilet seats.
Oh yeah.
Toilet seats.
There's that too.
Okay. So, yeah.
I hope your quads are in good shape in case you feel like covering.
It's a good idea if you want to carry your own TP in your purse or your backpack. I mean, we've done that many times too.
Yeah. The only bummer is when they make you check your backpack at the door. So now you're without your toilet paper.
Do they do that in the bathrooms?
Yeah, if you go into the grocery stores, they'll make you check your backpack at the door.
Oh yeah. See, in the grocery, I haven't used it in a grocery store. I used it, I think, in Walgreens.
Walgreens,
and some other places like that. That's true. You cannot bring your bag in. So, you're at the mercy of what they give you, and that's it. So, we wanted to talk about that today. One other thing is, what don't you put down the toilet, Mark?
What don't you put down the toilet? Well, in some cases, toilet paper.
In most cases, you're sleeping on the job here. Wake up.
No, I'm not sleeping on
the
job. A lot of places in Mexico, you can put toilet paper
That's not
down
true.
the toilet.
I would say the majority, you do not put the toilet paper down the toilet.
Agree to disagree.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm the senior here, so my word counts.
AKA cougar.
So yeah, most places you don't. Now,
hear that sound? Is that the sound of a cougar alert?
I don't know what a cougar sounds like. So what happens is at hotels, a lot of them have their own septic system, and you can go ahead and flush. If at the hotel, in your hotel room, you see a sign that says don't flush, and you see the bin right next to it with the lined garbage container or garbage bin, that tells you that's where your business goes.
That's true. I think in most of the older construction, the plumbing lines just aren't equipped to handle it. Like in our apartment, we can flush toilet paper down, but I think any of these buildings that are, more than like 50 years old and the plumbing hasn't been retrofitted.
Yeah, they just don't
That's
have
an issue.
they just don't have the sewage system that, that you find in maybe, America and in some Europe areas too. But for the most part, in a lot of countries, if you guys have traveled, you know this already, to a lot of people in the, United States hearing this are like, you don't flush? No, you just kind of wrap it up nicely and put it in the bin.
Put it in the can.
That's what you do. And most of the time they take it out daily anyhow, so it's not a big deal. So that's how it's pretty much done. Okay.
But, a lot of places you can flush too. It just depends on the age of the building. And if they don't, and if they don't want you to put the toilet paper down the toilet, there'll always be a sign right there in Spanish, of course.
Yeah, but a lot of the nicer resorts, like I said, hotels, the nice resorts, in Cancun and Cabo and stuff, most of them do have their own septic system, so that's not a problem. Unless, of course, you see a sign that tells you in your hotel room, not to do it, then don't do it. You're just going to clog up your system and, it won't be pretty later for whoever has to take care of that. Okay, for instance, we'll cut all that, okay. For instance, I'm going to read you a list of some places where you do not put your toilet paper down. And I'm going to tell you a couple of things too, like Saudi Arabia, you squat. Now, I had an experience when I traveled to Russia several years ago. I was at the airport and I had to use the restroom, and I tell you what, it looked like a freaking dungeon. It was scarier than crap. It was cold, wet, like a prison system. Anyhow, I had to use the bathroom, and they had holes on the floor like where you squat, which was my first experience. Now, was it throughout Russia when I was there? No, it wasn't, but at the airport in Russia, it was like that. So, China, some parts of China, there's a hole in the ground. Let's see, you don't flush in Greece, Ecuador, which we know about, we've been there twice, Turkey, Morocco, Ukraine, Costa Rica, Beijing, China, Bulgaria, Macedonia, Egypt, Croatia, Brazil, India, Colombia, basically South and Central America, Latin countries. They just lack the modern sewer system. So for those of you that haven't traveled abroad, welcome to this newsflash alert. So just be prepared. Okay,
or maybe that's poop alert.
Poop alert, pee alert, whatever. Body function alert. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I think they get the picture.
Okay, so the other thing that we're going to talk about is one of the defining bathroom features can be what?
Electric shower heads.
Otherwise known as?
Suicide showers.
Suicide showers. No kidding. And those of you, again, that have traveled abroad and have seen these, and a lot of countries have them.
Yeah.
Mexico has them too. Our first experience with them was in Ecuador. And we stayed at a place, and the shower there that we were told to use had an electric shower head, which was pretty freaky. Maybe some are made better than others, I don't know.
But we didn't want to use that one, so they moved us to a room that had a standard shower head.
Right, but I mean, you could see, at least I did on that one, was some wires up at the top, and some electrical black
Yeah.
tape, okay? Did not feel safe about that at
Yeah.
all. Now, a lot of people have used them, and there was no problem. That was pretty rinky-dink for me, and that just wasn't going to work. And it didn't work, and I didn't do it.
Yeah, and somehow, like exposed wiring and water just don't
mix
work well with me. I don't want my nickname to become Sparky or something like that after using one.
Yeah. So, anyhow, just letting you know they do exist. They do exist here in Mexico. And a lot of, other countries, Brazil, like a lot of the country, well, I haven't traveled a lot of those countries, so I can't say exactly. But I know that Brazil is definitely one, and there's many, many other countries that also use the electric shower.
And what it does, basically it just heats the water right there on the spot. Because a lot of places don't have, water heater units in them, especially in, a lot of the Central and South American countries. So that's what they use to heat the water up. In theory, it's almost like the instant hot water systems that we use in the United States, although less safe in my opinion.
I mean, some of them I think are done very well, but, my first experience seeing it in Ecuador was a no. No, I'll pass. Thank you very much. Another thing that we wanted to talk about was does Mexico have hot water, honey?
Yeah, a lot of them we have hot water here, heated by gas. In our case, the gas tank is on the roof. We also have a solar water heater too.
Well, what are those water tanks called?
Those are called calipons. And they just rely on the sun to heat them up, and usually they're black to draw more heat. However, it takes quite a while for that hot water to get to the shower, because most water systems here aren't pressurized either.
No, they're not.
So they just rely on gravity.
Right. Now here, our shower works pretty well. We've got, so I don't know what the owner had done here or not to the showers, but they work pretty darn good. You get pretty good pressure, I think.
Yeah, I think it's just gravity here too. It's just coming down from the third story down to the second.
Well, I think it works pretty good. When we stayed somewhere else when we first got here, it was like trickling almost.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good at all.
Yeah.
Here, it's like 100 times better, I think.
And we also have a gas water heater too, but we don't really use that unless it's been cold outside for a while.
Right, we're on solar here. Our landlord has solar up on the third floor. So we usually rely on that.
Right.
Sometimes though, if it's been raining all night and it's cloudy in the morning, the water won't be real hot.
Yeah.
It'll be warm.
Yeah. So you'd have to go and turn on the gas heater
But we haven't done that.
No, not yet. No.
No. I mean, it's warm enough to take it. That's for sure. But yeah, in Mexico, like right now, it rains a lot of times during the night, sometimes during the evening, and then it stops, then it continues again, sometimes in the middle of the night. Might be a little cloudy in the morning, and so your water might not be as hot as if it were sunny in the morning.
Right. And just know that if you're coming from the U.S. and you expect hot water almost right away, it's not probably going to happen here unless you put in a water pressure system somewhere to speed that process up. But that's just kind of the standard here in Mexico, is that the water gets pumped up to the roof and then it relies on gravity to come down to you. And it will take a while for the hot water in the shower to get hot. And I know it seems wasteful just to be running water waiting for it to get warm, but that's really what you have to do.
It doesn't take too long. I would say maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
I mean, compared to the U.S., in most houses, you turn on the hot water and it's warm within, 30 seconds or something.
Yeah, even maybe less than that. Yeah, I mean, that's true. So just, be aware of these little things that are different. This is not the United States by any means, okay? So just make those adjustments and you'll be good to go.
Turn your shower on, use the restroom, brush your teeth. Maybe by the time all that's done, the water will be warm in the shower.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so that was just some things that we were thinking about on covering, and we just wanted to share that with you. I actually had a conversation with one of my friends today, and we were talking about these kind of things, and I thought, oh, that would be good for a video to go ahead and do. So thank you, Dan, for giving us that idea to talk about, because this isn't a very talked about subject, would you say?
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, and I mean, and I think a lot of people that come to Mexico for the first time on vacation might get a little culture shock because, you know, you're not in the U.S. Things are different, especially like Mark said, in, you know, Central and South America countries, they don't do things the same way. So,
Yeah.
you know, you just have to adjust to that. So, until later, until we think of something else to talk about, love you as always.
What she did.
Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.